Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a video, but I feel like I kind of need to vent a little bit. And what I'm venting about is if anybody has watched any of my videos, I work for a GM dealership. I am a parts consultant. All right. So if anyone's been paying attention to what's been happening with the news, with the unions going on strike against GM for about 6.5 weeks now, almost 7 weeks. We just learned that the UAW and General Motors have agreed to terms to a new contract that will last 4 years. And the permanent workers will get $11,000 sign on bonus, and temp workers will also get somewhere in the round of $7,000+ for a sign on bonus. Okay, and they get a 4 year contract, better pay, better profit sharing, all this kind of stuff. Okay, all right. So, what does that leave us as parts consultants, service writers, service technicians at each dealership, General Motors GM dealership across the United States? Now, I'm only venting for the United States as a United States citizen. All you other countries, you create your own damn video and vent. I'm doing this one on behalf of other GM employees. And I think most of the GM employees that work at other dealerships across the United States would actually agree about what I'm about to say. So, I have worked on and sold GM's products for almost 9 years now. Where's my $11,000? Because I can tell you this: the the September, we were actually having a really good month so far. Then the strike happened, and our business took a nosedive. We couldn't get our parts, no deliveries. We didn't know what to do. And we were kind of between a rock and a hard place. Well, because of that, customers vented on us. Even though we strongly encouraged, um, call for the customers called GM and say, "Hey, vent on them." They did this. Well, basically, Union did this, but Union and GM did this. I was like, unfortunately, we sell the products and everything. Trust me, we don't want this to happen. We didn't want this strike, but it's happening. And so it put us, parts consultants, service writers, and service technicians in a bind. And it pissed off a lot of customers, especially when we have to tell customers the only way we can get your part to fix your vehicle is we have to express freight it. In other words, the customer has to pay extra to get their part. And to a customer's mind, that would be bullshit. Why should a customer have to pay or not just get their part fixed? Some of them did, graciously, but most didn't. Most didn't. Most decided to either go aftermarket, which that's money out of my pocket, and service writers and technicians' pockets because they didn't get to put it on the dealership, and traded their vehicle for other than a GM product, knowing that, hey, I'm just gonna buy a Ford or a Toyota or a Nissan or whatever because hey, they're not on strike. If there's something I need, I can get it. There's no strike going on. GM's having an issue right now. I've heard a lot of customers trade in their vehicles to get out of their GM vehicle because they're like, I can't fix it. They can't fix the damn vehicle because they can't get the part. Because we can't get the part for them. We can't do it. And customers should not have to pay. So so we're kind of in this situation where like we still need to make money, but we don't want to push customers away. We're in a situation, and so customers were there. I mean, I tell you, there are some customers out there that were so gracious about this. They're like, we even helped them say, look, we'll knock off some of the money and everything, and just to cover the difference and everything. But sometimes, depending on the part, that we couldn't do that because sometimes the freight exceeded the cost. Not just the cost, but the retail of the product. It exceeded that. And it's kind of like, okay, so either not make money or make a little bit and hope the customer will pay it. And we asked for prepayment. And even express freighting it, we had to tell customers like there is no guarantee that it will come next day. If it doesn't, you still have to pay that freight. That pissed off a lot of customers. And just like today, I ordered a part for my friend's ZL1 mirror actuator that helps control the glass to move it to the position, whatever it needs to be and everything. Well, an actuator about that big does not weigh not even a quarter of a pound. Hell, not even that. Maybe ounces, maybe a couple of ounces. It doesn't weigh much. It's not even the size of a palm of my hand. It took, what was it? It took almost 14 days, and we asked GM to express freight it. That part didn't cost us retails for like $60-something. GM, in their infinite wisdom, decided that we're going to charge you $55.61 for express freighting this for you. What? What? Really? That's the retail of the actuator itself. You're telling me the customer has to pay double? Especially after it took 14 freaking days. Whatever, GM. Whatever. It don't even weigh much, and it was in a box this big. This freaking big. But you're going to charge $55.61 for a freight, and it took 14 days? Absolutely not. But you know what? Couldn't charge the customer that. Couldn't charge that customer that. That's stupid. So we only charged the customer $10 and took a $40 hit. Thank you, GM, for that. Assholes. And so, with that being said, that's just barely scratches the surface of what we're having to go through as parts consultants, service writers, and technicians. That's barely scratches the surface of what we had to go through for the 6.5 weeks of this stupid strike. Because it basically, if we're honest with each other about this, it all boiled down to more money. Yes, they had this little stuff. Yeah, a pathway to temp workers that have been there for 6+ years. I can understand that. Yeah, you need something. Give them something to look forward to. Or don't promise them anything. Say, look, you're a temp worker. You're not promising anything. You're not guaranteeing nothing. And to me, I would find that the fault of the temp workers. Like, why do you continue to work there? You complain about working the same amount and getting paid less with less benefits and everything. If you were told in the first place that you're not guaranteed nothing, I don't feel bad for you. But if you were, then I understand that argument completely. I understand why that was a big deal. Trust me, that's ridiculous. If they say, yeah, we can find you something where we get you be a permanent worker here and everything, and 6-7 years later, nothing's happened. That I understand. I understand the fight in that, and I'm for that, definitely. But what I'm not for is that the permanent workers and temp workers get this sign-on bonus. That's just a smokescreen. They can call it they can call it whatever they want, but we all know it's just to reimburse of what they lost, but also just to give them a little extra, just to say, hey, thanks for coming back. You know, I mean, seriously, where's my $11,000 and my coworkers across the United States? Where's their $11,000 or $7,000 or whatever? I think as parts consultants, service writers, and service technicians, we should get something out of this. All right? And let me tell you, and so you people don't know, parts consultants, service writers, and service technicians do not get paid by the hour like the unions do. Permanent workers get paid $30-something an hour, okay? That's pretty damn good money. And get profit sharing on top of that? Holy hell. With the profit sharing healthcare and everything, they said the best top worker gets close to a little over $60 an hour. Okay? So, with that being said, where is our reimbursement for what we lost? Because I can tell you this, our profit margin And just at my dealer alone, I don't know about all the other dealers across the country, but my dealer took a profit margin that was cut in half. I haven't seen a profit margin that percent and that percentage that low for about 2 years. And that's because it was just a slow month. I've never seen it like that. And that goes to show you that how good we were actually doing. Even with it being a slow month, we were still having a good month. And then the strike happens and everything just took a nosedive. I just don't understand that. Why aren't we, parts consultants, service writers, technicians across the United States, not getting something out of this? Because I think we should. Because that's just bullshit, in my opinion. That is freaking bullshit. You're giving them $11,000 for permanent workers and temp workers over $7,000. You got money, brother. I think, this is just my humble opinion, I think GM should give people who have been at least at a GM dealer for at least 2 years or more, I think they should get ratifications. Because we can prove at least what we have lost in comparison. I mean, seriously, I was having a great month, and then GM and UAW ruined it. Because, honestly, got greedy. It's all it is. It's just greed. That's what it basically down to. So, I understand the argument on their end, and I understand it on GM's side, and taking it from hearing from both sides of the argument and everything. Honestly, I didn't know who to root for in this strike. I really didn't. I didn't know who to root for. I'm like, who do I root for, GM or UAW? Because I disagree with both sides. I agree with both sides and I disagree with both sides. I'm like, I don't know who's supposed to win. All I knew is like, I wanted the strike to end. Until I heard they were getting ratifications. I'm like, that's bullshit. And I think basically because we're not getting out of this, that's just everybody else is supposed to, that works at a GM that sells GM's products are supposed to go about day like nothing happened. Like, oh, nothing happened here, Hey, we lost money, but hell, whatever, we're supposed to act like oh, we took the hit in our paychecks. We'll never see it again. So my question to GM to you is, where's ours? Because we deserve something out of this. We sell your freaking product to your customers. We deserve something. From the bullshit that we had to go through with customers, venting on us because we couldn't fix their vehicle. Seriously. That's not fair. That's not right. For you, GM, to do that to us and to your customers. That's not right. And trust me, because of this and everything, because of what happened, we probably lost customers permanently. So you're talking about future profits lost, not only for you, but for us that sell your product. So, you know what? Thank you, GM, for that. And thank you, UAW, for that, too. Because you know what? I blame both of y'all for this. I blame both the GM and UAW for this. Because if we're all honest with each other, the leaders are both ends trying to negotiate with each other and everything. It's just greed. It's all it is. It's not really about the little people. It's not really about them. Honestly, to tell you the truth, they can give two shit less. They don't care about us. And in all truth to be told and everything, we're basically just a number that we can be replaced. See, they got job security. We don't. And working for a dealer, you have no job security. If you work in the unions and everything and work for GM, you have some security. You actually have some security of your job, where we don't. And not everybody can work for the union. Because trust me, I can guarantee you that most of the people that don't work for the union knew what they were getting paid before they were demanding more money. Would have been like, hey, fire them and hire me. I'll do it. Just saying. Heard a lot of people say that. But whatever. It is what it is and everything. I just had to. I just had to get that out because this was just annoying. So I hope that I didn't bore y'all with this because you gotta have to understand it for our perspective and everything. We don't get paid by the hour. We get paid on what we sell. If we don't sell, we don't make money. And we're standing there sitting on our asses doing this all day and not making money. But we had to sit on our asses at work and not make money. And it's just annoying. And it's disappointing that GM would do that. It's like, why are you giving them a sign-on bonus for? You did them a favor by agreeing to a contract. Why are you giving them a sign-on bonus? Whatever. I just don't understand that. But anyway, I just had to get that out. I know probably nothing's ever going to come out of this and everything. And like I said, I'm really disappointed in GM and everything. My immature self, my little bit of immature self would say I just wished Obama would have let GM just falter and everything. But you know what? That's a little prematurely. That's acting a little premature and not adult-like because that's just letting your emotions kind of take over and everything instead of thinking straight, thinking logically. I wouldn't want people to lose their business or jobs or anything. I wouldn't want that for the American people nor the economy because people need jobs to make money and pay bills and to make a living here in the United States. So I wouldn't wish that for anybody. So I had to get that out. Just had to get that out. So I hope I didn't bore you and everything. I hope this was some kind of educational for y'all. Sorry I've been kind of out of the loop and everything, but a lot of things been going on. So I hope y'all have a wonderful day. And God bless USA.